Hi there. I'd like to spend a few minutes and just talk about your testimony. Your testimony is usually something that takes time. It takes something that little disciplines along the way, and you kind of create a story. This is what my values are. This is how I live, and this is what I do with my energy, and it creates a testimony. And that testimony can be really powerful one day. And the thing about a testimony, it's absolutely yours. You can share something that's personal, and no matter who you're telling it to, they can't deny it, because it's not some piece of information you find on Google or something and they want to find another search engine to make it different. But I'm just saying it's yours. It's what shows your authenticity, which is the most beautiful gift that you could give to somebody else. But it takes a little bit of time to develop a sense of commitment to consistent values, consistent process to how you actually live your life. So every day you're actually building your testimony, and so encourage you to live your life according to your calling. You might say, well, what is my calling? Well, it's not that complicated. Your calling is to bring joy to your spirit, bring satisfaction to your soul, to live a life that is on a increasing higher vibration or frequency. That means maybe being more kind or more generous or more compassionate, or could be more less judgment, and all the things that we hold dear. It's treating others the way you would want them to treat you, and there's just no end to the decency of a human that we can where there's always room for improvement. The thing about a testimony, it takes exercising faith on a consistent basis, because what you want to do is you want to hold that energy, you want to hold that frequency and let it manifest. And there's always a bit of a delay with what's in your spirit and what some of your expectations are. Sometimes you might know deep down that, oh my goodness, this has been such a struggle. I've been so faithful, pressing in, and just so spending energy, transmuting negative energy into positive, and it can seem like it's wearisome sometimes. And sometimes in your heart, this is the right thing, and it will manifest some beautiful fruit. But sometimes we can't grab onto this fruit soon enough. So just a reminder that everything happens in the spirit realm first. Everything happens in the etheric. Everything starts at things that we can't see, and it manifests and it begins to show itself in our life. But it may take time. It may take weeks, months, or even years, or perhaps a lifetime. There's things that have been in my heart since I was a little boy, that even only now am I starting to realize that, wow, that was always there, and that's something that was precious to me. I've held on to it. I've protected it. I've made it just a divine aspect of me that I never, ever, ever want to lose, no matter who's in my life or what my circumstances are. I always press in because I want to protect that, because I just feel that there's a precious jewel there that's gonna show up one day, and multifaceted, that's going to show great divine light through all the aspects of it, and it'll be glorious. And pressing in, and things will show up. Absolutely. Sometimes we think it always has to be difficult. The testimony is always difficult, or it's just too much work. I don't care what people think. Well, it's not so much about what other people think. It's how do you feel about yourself, and how you present yourself, and how you conduct yourself. And do you always say what's on your mind, or do you have a bit of a gate there that kind of guards some things that maybe your spirit hasn't developed the restraint yet to not even go there? But anyway, it's just an aspect of disciplining the mind, making the mind more subject to the expression of your heart. And so it's important to turn the energy not for those around you, but turn it inwards to actually show care that you have for yourself, show respect that you have for yourself. What that does is it shows to people in your life what you have to offer. And I've attracted some wonderful things in my life and wonderful people just because my frequency is shifting and moving, and I'm drawing more precious people into my influence. Our heart resonates closer to the same, but it takes time, it takes energy, and I was so hopeful. I was longing and pleading and just manifesting this energy to have more connectivity. And of course, with the channel here, it's like, where's my soul tribe? I need people to come alongside. I'm looking for people of like mind and like heart, and to encourage and to create new heaven on earth. And it just takes a path of faith, and takes a path of persistence. And what you find is, when you are able to try and hold that frequency, the negative frequencies that you used to maybe live in, they start to fall away, and you're less drawn into it. It's less magnetized to it. That it's just all of a sudden, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to watch the news. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to enter that conversation. I'm not going to gossip. There's certain things that you are no longer tempted to enter into because it's not a frequency match with the things that align with your spirit. So just wanted to encourage you, no matter how difficult it is, your testimony is yours. No one can take it away from you. We often think that the testimony only comes from the hard stuff. It only comes from the work. I can only have a testimony if I proved that I went from suffering to joy, and so on. So sometimes we underestimate that a testimony isn't just dealing with hardships, but a testimony can be the shift. It can be the abundance. It can be the plenty. It can be the joy. It can be the bliss. It can be the ecstasy. It can be the subtle things that show up in your life that bless you in so many ways that you never even imagined. And sometimes there's so much clutter in our life that we don't even leave room for the blessing of what we've added as a testimony in order to have the testimony of blessing. So growth not only goes through hardship, but growth also goes through the blessings that the divine wants to give into your life, wants to manifest through you as a testimony of how faithful and how loving the divine is. So just want to take the whole scope there, and I want you to just be encouraged, be faithful, take those little disciplines every day, guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your spirit, and just want to wish you the best, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.